your hands up.
Like it like that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that. Come on, do that, that. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Let's bounce.
Get your hands up.
Like it like that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that. Come on, do that, that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that. Come on, do that, that. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that. Come on, do that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Let's bounce.
All right, so just a quick summary of part one and what took place. So we launched 3G Culinary Live, and it was a whole different setting than what you see now, because now you see that we're in Chef Kitlin's kitchen. But part one was kind of like a studio setting, right? Where it was an opportunity for us to really engage with you, the audience, Q&A, faction, and being able to give you new information every week, where you're able to then take that information, either implement it or go and do further research. So now part two is gonna be, once again, being in Chef Kitlin's kitchen, where we are right now, and what that means is now we get to put everything into action. Is that right, Chef?
Yes, we're gonna definitely show you some different techniques and etiquette in the kitchen. We're also gonna be able to show you some ways to read a nutrition label and navigate the grocery store, and how to shop and compare, and money saving techniques.
Yes, speaking of money saving techniques, one of the features that we're bringing in for part two is quick bites.
Yes.
Really, right?
Yes.
So do you want to give them a little bit of a heads up on what quick bites are?
I would love to. Quick bites are some tips as to great ways of snacking efficiently with your wallet.
Great ways of snacking efficiently with your wallet.
Yes.
I like the sound of that. I need it personally. I know we all need it. So you'll be learning a lot of new things. And these quick bites are gonna be something that we just launched on mid of the week. As a quick learning experience, you can implement it into different things, and you also have a couple days to let that sink in, ask some questions, and we'll be able to, and then we'll see you on Mondays. So just to give you a quick perspective of what the new structure is, now rather than before from 8 to 9 p.m., we will be seeing you at dinner time, which is 6:30 to 7:30. Okay, so we're welcoming you to come into our kitchen and have dinner with us, right?
Exactly.
So bring in your dinner, get the family together, and be able to, watch Chef Caitlin do her thing, get into the mind of Chef Caitlin, see the different techniques that she'll be implementing, using. Why is she making certain decisions? Which is something I'm very interested in too, as a self-proclaimed chef, right? I want to know what's going on, how and why she's making certain decisions, so I can start to think the same way.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yes, definitely.
Yep, so we're excited to see you. We're looking forward to seeing you every Monday, once again, 6:30 to 7:30. We'll be on multiple platforms, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and you might just see us on YouTube Live and LinkedIn Live as well, all right? So look forward to seeing you, to learning with you, to having fun with you.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Killen, and welcome to my kitchen. As you may recall from our last episode, we dived into allergies and dietary restrictions. This information you can go ahead and obtain if you go online to our 3G System Fitness website, which is Facebook and Instagram as well. In this episode, I have a very simple recipe where you can find the ingredients anywhere, and it's very cost effective. This recipe is so simple that it's only going to be using roughly 5 ingredients. So we're gonna be using some pasta sauce, and we're gonna be using some seasonings such as salt and some pepper. And then to top it all off, we have some parsley flakes. We're gonna be using regular pasta, and the only difference in the recipe is gonna be the switch for non-gluten, which is gonna be the bonza pasta, which is made from chickpeas. So with this recipe, I want to see if you can tell the difference, because one is going to be gluten and one's going to be gluten free. And here they are. So I have my co-host with me today. He is the owner and founder of 3G Systems Fitness. His name is Thomas Noah. How are you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, Chef?
Doing great. So today I have here for you 2 regular simple recipes, but the only difference is one's gluten and one's non-gluten, and I would like to see if you can taste the difference.
All right, so just
Dive right on in.
Let's go. Been waiting
So
for this.
everything is similar except for the pasta, which is gluten and one's non-gluten. Now make sure you get the meat and the flavor of everything all together so you can tell which one tastes different. Don't try to get in there too much. We know you're hungry and all. Now go right ahead. I'm gonna take this one. You can wipe your mouth if need be. And see how this one tastes.
All right.
And the one that is non-gluten is made out of chickpeas rather than like a plant-based substitute. And you can be used universally with many different allergies. So, based off of the taste, do you think that you can tell the difference in pasta, which one's gluten and which one's not gluten?
I think I can. I hope I'm right.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
see.
So the taste is definitely, there's no difference in taste, first of all. Yeah, but I think I can because of the texture difference.
Okay.
All right. So I think this is the gluten-free option.
You are correct.
Yes.
You are correct.
Nice. But taste-wise, it's literally exactly the same. There is no difference in taste.
That's very good to know. Now, would you recommend for somebody who is trying to or is gluten intolerant to try this pasta?
Absolutely, because like I said, there's really no difference in taste.
So see folks, it goes to show you that you can have the basic tastes and the necessities and still have healthy options for you to choose from.
Welcome.
I'm glad that you like it. We'll be back more with different recipes. It is very tricky to read and understand a nutrition label. So before we dive in, I just want to give you a little definition on what a carbohydrate is. So a carbohydrate, or better known as carb, is sugar, fiber, and starches that are found inside vegetables, fruits, and milk. The American Diabetes Association states that a carbohydrate is our main source of energy for our body. There are simple carbs or bad carbs that absorb very fast into your bloodstream, and that causes a spike in your blood sugar. For an example, like a donut or pastries. Now there are complex carbs or good carbs, and they give you a sustainable amount of energy. They take a lot longer to absorb into your bloodstream. For example, like whole wheat, grain, vegetables. With that being said, the main part I want to dive in with the nutrition labels is where it states total sugars and carbohydrates. So with the Barilla pasta, it states on here that there is a total sugar of 0 grams. Now, with our store-bought pasta, in this nutrition label, it states that there is a total of 2 grams of sugar. Now with the Bonza pasta, which is made from chickpeas, which is very universal in dietary restrictions and also very high in protein, this nutrition label states that there is actually 2 grams of total sugars. Now, if we know that carbohydrates converts into glucose, which is another form or just another term for sugar, what does it say in the nutrition label? So for the total carbohydrates of this gluten-free Barilla pasta, it says that there's 44 grams or 16% of total carbohydrates. Now, with our store brand pasta, this nutrition label states that there is a total carbohydrate amount of 42 grams or 15%. Now with the Bonza pasta here, with the nutrition label stating that there is a total of 32 grams or 12% of carbohydrates. If somebody had a dietary restriction or diabetes, it could be fatal if they did not understand what the nutrition label is stating. Because if you think, or if you just look and it says total sugars are only 2% or 2 grams or 0%, you would assume that there is no sugar in it. But now understanding that a carbohydrate is actually just another term for glucose, which is sugar, then what's in your nutrition label?
Get your hands up.
Like it like that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce.
Get your hands up.
Like it like that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that. Come on, do that, that. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce.
Get your hands up.
Like it like that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that, that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Do that, that. Come on, do that, that. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. Go get in, go get out. It's a 3G system fitness. Do that, that. Go on, do that. Gotta get it in, gotta get it out. It's a 3D system fitness. Let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce.